Good morning, beautiful divine beings. I'm running a little late today, but hey, it's divine timing, not my timing. That's what I always say. So let's get right into it and start with our smudge. Um, Everybody had a great weekend. The family day, so I wasn't on Monday. I guess that also known as yesterday. I had a good weekend. It's nice. I put it in the let your emotions flow so you can let them go because I've been noticing. I've been having a great time, yet the tears are still coming, still flowing, but that's okay. I realized today that's part of missing my big boy because I shared a story about how he lost his hair, and then I had this dream that I didn't recognize him, and it was like, oh, it's because I haven't seen you so long. You had all his hair back. I was by 25, right? So he's 24 now, and I haven't seen him in over a year. So that's been part of this morning. So I'm smiling, and all of a sudden the tears flow, right? You go dive into that and go, okay, what's this telling me, right? It's best, I've done other ways, right? Oh my, what's there to be sad about, right? And then start thinking of all the reason I had to be sad, and then I kind of miss the whole point of what those emotions are trying to tell me, right? So I can go try and analyze it, or I can just go, just sit with it, let those emotions flow, and then it comes up, and then I know, right? Or I can just attach it to whatever, something else, and maybe I don't really feel that way about the something else, right? But it's just easier to say it's something else than to what it really is. I don't know if that makes sense at all, but hey, works sometimes. Okay, let's get our smudge going. Right, okay, we bring it into our heart and feel that love and that goodness, right? Up to our throats and our mouth chakras, in our mouth so that we speak those loving words and words of beauty. To our eyes so we see the beauty all around us, and to our third eye so we can see that beauty is also within us. And into our ears to cleanse so we can hear all those beautiful words that are spoken to us by others and by our loving, all our relations. It's going out. Wow, good job. See, way to release it. Then there's not so much sludge to cleanse. That's okay. We'll get another one here. Get her going again. There we go. There she be, there she be. Okay. So we did the ears, and now we go. The whole love and surrounded by love. You know what? I need some on my feet today too. So you too get your feet up there and just a little help that connection, clear that connection to ground more with Mother Earth to set down those roots, right? Then you feel supported and you're able to release and let those emotions flow so you can let them go. There you are. All over in here we'll go. We use our eagle. Eagle and seagull, right? Higher perspective with a different perspective. Higher vision with different perspective. There you are. There you are. And since we have that full moon going, miigwech, let's do the moon launch spread. Inward tree for centering. Okay. There we go. So, how about some positive things? I met one of my bestest, beautifulest, bestest soul sister ever. I finally met her brother. Yeah, we've known each other almost getting on 10 years now. And I've heard about her brother. And I know she's talked to me about her brother. She's asked me my permission, said, do you mind that I told my brother? So, and I met the little brother when she moved into her place. And then I just met her big brother and his son this weekend. That was so nice. It was a great time. We did a fish fry. Yummy. That was delicious. Miigwech again. So, it was amazing. So you see there's crazy balance. So remember, anytime that you're sad, it's a release. So more happiness can come in. And there is joy in tears too, right? I say better out than in, right? Because when it's in, it's like that beach ball trying to keep that down, right? Eventually, poof, comes up. You can't keep a beach ball under the water. So let's call in our energies for today, and we'll do our Moon Lodge spread, inward tree for centering. Since we got the full moon coming up and lots of energies, because we need to release. We all need to release to make room for all that good stuff. So let's call in the energies of the East, the path of illumination and clarity, man. And then we call in the South all the energies of the emotions, the water, the child, the innocence. And then we call in all the energies of the West. That's the physical, the earth, the woman, the place of introspection. Thank you for sharing your energies with us. And then we call in all the energies of the North. That's the wisdom years, the air, the mental. And we walk our red road. Our earth walk goes from the South, from childhood up into adulthood, right? We have victories as we get through the phases. Hey, I survived that phase. Oh, I survived that one. Like I say, I got 24-year-old, so there's proof. One's already grown up, survived me and I survived him. We can do this, right? Oh, that reminds me of a great time when we went out the other day. Okay. Anyways, my girls know that story. Ha 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 ha. Anyways, something you don't see every day. It's not my story to share. Anyways, so there we go. Up there, ritual of joy. Right? In our wisdom years, we learn. We need to take that time for ourselves and do that self-care to tap into our own joy within, right? To join those energies. You see, one's hands reaching up, one's to the ground, and they mix within us and we share them all out. So, and then the blue road of spirit goes from east to west, just like the sun, and they're always there with us. So the owl, that's where it all becomes clear, because none of us really know until we get there. That's why it's called faith and belief, because we don't really know until we get there. But there, it all becomes clear, right? When we join back with that spirit from east to west, is when the spirit goes. And the record keeper, we see that. See that beautiful morning star. Shows up a lot for me, that star. And then we call in all the energies of above, below, and within. We come here to our center, say thank you. We'll spread out the cards and we will draw our cards. This piece of crystal, I just love it. Up from the Kootenays. Nice little gift. These are my favorite kinds of gifts. I'm freaky like that. Oh yeah, see, this is my kind of rocks, right? That's the rocks this girl likes. Now, how would that be, right? No. That's funny. Okay. Or maybe I just think so. I can entertain myself real good. I was swinging today because I was feeling so sad. Just swing it the other way. Okay. So, first of all, we draw for the east. Well, I'm going to keep this up here just to keep me on track. So when I'm swinging, oh boy, I get taken everywhere, right? So first the whirling spirit card is the east, 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 east. Oh, there it is. That's it. Oh, okay, the animal. Totem wanted to come out first with that. Okay, that's our east. And the south. See, I got it this time. South. A lot of times I call that the west. Go east and then west, but I'm putting it in the south position. I remember today, yay me. Hand up, across the shoulder, back to the back. I hope you do that for yourself a lot. We always, always, always need to do that for ourselves. Not in an ego way, but we have to acknowledge ourselves. West now. The dream within the dream card. Swinging, and we were swinging, swinging. Okay. North. North card. Right there it goes. Right there. And then our center. The true self in the center. The true self in the center. And you know what? For today, I'm going to throw in the evolving self. What is this self that's evolving here for us all? These. Gonna slip it under that last one. And these. Okay. Here we go. That's the evolving self underneath of the true self. That's part of a different spread. I just added in there. Because you know what? It's about doing your own thing, right? We are all original beings. Part of the divine original source. Oh, you know, shine your light the way it shines best for you. It's not about what anybody else says, what anybody else do. Okay, so overall, we got the thunder beings, the usable energy, finding that usable energy within yourself to help you see past the deceptions, right? When we get clear and we empty out all those energies that are not us, that are keeping us stagnant and keeping us, see, and that's why that flow, that's an energy release too, right? So then we can release that energy and we get more usable energy to come in. Because, you know, to deceive ourselves, like I could be like, oh, I'll never ever see him again. Oh, I lost my boy. Oh, you know, I've done that to myself. That's a deception, right? Because he was never mine. He never really belonged to me, right? That's a tough one for us mummies, especially when we carried him in the womb. And not just us mummies. It's tough for us daddies too. So remember that. So we need to clear out those old energies so that we may be renewed with those usable energies there too, right? Those thunder beings. Okay, so now we move into the east. And that is the Whirling Spirit card. Is the key to unlocking your spiritual nature and to clearly seeing your spiritual talents and abilities. That would be this over here. Respect a sacred space. Respecting yourself. Balancing all the quadrants of your medicine wheel, your mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual. Respecting yourself. This is how we come to that, right? Yeah. Spiritual talents and abilities. Because when we respect ourselves, it's easier for us to respect others and to respect their sacred space as well. Your body is a sacred space. I believe the body is our own piece of Mother Earth that we own, except for it's still only on loan because the body will return to the earth when spirit returns to the source, right? Tomatoes, tomatoes, if that's what you believe. I'm the weasel, and it's stealthy. Look at that, 3344. Taking those steps, right? Taking those steps and being respectful. Now it says in Weasel's story that Weasel could pickpocket great spirit and leave great spirit contemplating the divine navel. It can be so stealthy like that and planting those seeds. You know, looking within. It's time to take that time for yourself and look within. Right? Nobody needs to know what you're doing. Inner work. It's inner work. Nobody sees that work being done. Maybe something else will come up for that too. It's respecting your sacred space. And that also helps if somebody's trying to weasel in, right? When you trust in your own divine being, it helps you to trust in others or to know, right? To know, okay? Instead of being polite and, okay, letting somebody into your personal space because you don't want to be rude or whatever, right? We can go, well, no, I have a right to say no. You know, you stay out there. Yeah, maybe something like that. But see, let's go down into the south. Let's pull it all together here. This is the new growth or seed card. To look to this card for possible beginnings, either in personal relationships or in how we relate to the environment. In the moon launch spread, this card may reveal your true feelings about someone or something. It is the card that will show your hidden emotions towards a person or thing. Painted face, that self-expression. In every relationship we have is a reflection. It's reflecting back to us, something about us, something within us. And how are we expressing ourselves, right? Or do you see yourself in another? And what is that person? Sometimes it's stuff that we like. Sometimes people reflect back to us stuff that we don't like. And that's even harder than to look at ourselves and go, how is that reflecting me? Like, I wouldn't do that. I would never, maybe it's something that we experienced during our life. Maybe it was somebody else or things that we stuff that we want to hide in our shadow aspects. And we don't always hide the bad stuff in our shadows. Sometimes the best parts of ourselves, somebody else might have said that's not a good part, and we squash that. Sometimes the best parts of ourselves we put down in there. For myself, I wanted to shrink. I didn't want to shine. Oh, you're so bright. And I'm like, okay. Oh, you think you're so... No, I'm not, right? So you shrink. Does nobody any favors, right? To dim your light. Keep your light shining bright. Amp it up and let them put on the sunglasses, right? And here we are with that grace. You can open up to that grace and ease, or you can struggle through that, finding your self-expression, right? What's the story? I'm pretty sure most people know the story of the ugly duckling, right? This beautiful, beautiful swan. Swan is also very protective of its sacred space. I've said it before. Swan will gracefully bite your ass if you get close to its territory, right? So we can do that with grace and ease. We can say, yo, you need to take a step back from my space. I'm expressing myself and I'm okay to be who I am. And I do not need your approval. Right? So I like that one. True feelings. That's my feelings. I can be who I am and I don't need your approval. So, and then we go over into the West. The dream within the dream may lead you to your real life purpose. Is your dream a vision or product of your superficial ego, or are you being truly introspective and realizing the goals which your higher self is suggesting? It is here in the West that you impregnate yourself with your real life mission. The truth as protection. I believe that's a piece of all of our life mission, to get into touch with the truth of who we truly are. All sacred divine beings on this earth walk together, all here for our own unique purpose, and all needed, right? A unique, intricate part of the divine universe. And it's all part of it. Everything is such an important part of this universe. That's the truth. That's the protection. And the truth is protection, that we need to protect our Mother Earth. So we blow her up, where are we going to go? We've only got one mother. Only got one Mother Earth. So we need to take care of her. I love that. There's no planet B, right? So let's take care of our mother. Our Earth mothers and our birth mothers. Or the mothers that's in our lives, right? We need to show that respect to those life givers. That's the truth. We need to protect the life givers, or there's no more life. Makes sense to me. So do that introspection and look within. Discover the truth of who you are. And what is your part here on this earth walk? And patience, slow and steady. Okay? This is not a race. Okay? It's best to take your time. Take your time and let the path open before you. Because it's there. What your special job is, the more we try to rush it, we can't figure it out. The more we end up in deception. See? 12, 21. It can be reflected. It can be backwards. When we try, think we know higher than the divine intelligence, right? Let it work through you. Find your truth within, and the truth of us all. We are all in this together. That's the truth. No matter what you believe on the spiritual level, we all live on this Mother Earth together. We're all human beings here on this earth together. Okay? Whatever you believe, we can be aliens trapped into human bodies. But right now, we're being human on this earth. We're being human on this earth at this time. Truth. Truth. We all are. We're in the same boat. Rowing our own boats, right? And then in the North, this card indicates the inner wisdom you may not have recognized in yourself. The North is the place of wisdom and knowing. Therefore, if you are looking outside for the answers, this card gently nudges you into following the animal's lead to find the same wisdom within yourself. Studying this card with the idea of knowing yourself will break any self-deception you may have. What are the stories you're telling yourself? This comes up. This is a lesson that's an ongoing lesson that we have. Is the stories we're telling ourselves helping to create expansion in our lives, or helping us to keep contracted in our lives and stuck in these same little circles, right? In these same little cycles? Or those stories helping us to expand out of it, you know? You know you've done some healing when that story doesn't have an emotional charge on you anymore. And that's another way. So, and as we tell our stories and share our stories and create that expansion in our own lives, we're also helping to create that expansion in the all. And the butterfly is helping us with that transformation. That's slow and steady, right? And we got to feed ourselves with that knowledge, get all those stories like that little caterpillar going through, learning, 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 getting that all in. And then we need that time to go within, into our own little chrysalis, do our little metamorphosis and that transformation, and be released as a butterfly. But it's a struggle we must do on our own, right? If you cut that chrysalis for that butterfly will die. It will die. It absolutely needs that struggle to strengthen those wings so it'll be able to fly away. So that's what we need as well, right? To allow that shift and that transformation to happen through us, right? It's not happening to us, it's happening through us. And we all need our own struggles to help create our own expansion so we can spread out those wings. Because if we don't have that struggle, we're not going to strengthen those wings. New way to look at it. Okay, and then we're moving on to the central card, the true self, knowing the true self. And the others, well, you can never fool you again. Death and rebirth, right? We're always dying and being reborn. I like Wayne Dyer says, we don't have the same body, right? We don't have the same, it's not a baby body that we have anymore. It has grown and developed, right? So the childhood has died, and here we are. Little bits of it remain that need to be released. Some of it makes us stronger. Some of us holds us back. For each of us, that's different. You need to look at that for yourself. So that's the true self, right? We are all these medicine people here. Dying and being reborn. Dying and being reborn. There's the death and rebirth. In our breath. Every day we go through many death and rebirths with every breath that we take, right? New life comes in, the old life goes out. And we can change that. That's the laws of the universe, right? Death to be reborn. There is the cycles. It's constantly going, never ending. Infinite in the spirals. Infinite. We see that in the seasons as we go. The trees look dead, but they're in their slumber. So the leaves must be shed in order for those new leaves to grow. That is the law, right? And hey, we're all born to die. It's going to come one day for us all. We choose what to believe. Because, hey, we're the ones that's going to go through it when we get there. That's why it's such a personal belief. You're going to make that transition all by yourself. You could be surrounded by everybody around your deathbed, but you need to make that transition on your own, right? So it's up to you. It's only going to make a difference to you, what you believe, right? So take on your belief what fills your spirit, okay? Believe in what brings you joy, okay? You are a beautiful, divine being, okay? Meant to be here. And our evolving selves out of that, as we let the old die, the rebirth comes, and we are being reborn into that nurturing spirit. And we need that nurture. We come home to ourselves to be nurtured. And here in the coral, we have the red coral with the turquoise. That's like a perfect balance of male and female. So we need to come back in to balance that male and female. 13, we have the 13 moons, the 13 grandmothers. Is it 13 moons? So we need to give that to ourselves, that nurturing. That's the evolving self, learning that self-care, how to take care of ourselves, and embracing the unknown. Embracing the unknown, because when we're following others, or when we're caught in that trap of believing we are what others' perceptions of us are, right? We don't really know who we really are. So when we take that time to nurture ourselves and do that self-care, we end up taking a deep dive and embracing that unknown of who we are, of our unlimited potential in ourselves, and finding that usable energy for ourselves, and seeing beyond all deceptions of what everybody else sees. Nurture you. Be you. Nobody lives inside of you. Nobody knows you like you do. So embrace that unknown of who you are. Look at those shadow aspects and see. I discovered a lot in my shadow was nothing to be ashamed of. What I tucked away in my shadow. Right? That's because I didn't want anybody to think I thought I was better than them or whatever it was. To each their own. But have a look. Acknowledge. Let those things come up. Let those emotions go. Let it flow. And let it transform. Let it transform. And appreciate, be grateful for those struggles. Because look at, you're going to soar so high. You beautiful butterfly. With grace and ease. With grace and ease. Let's take all the lessons with grace and ease. That's what I keep saying. I'm like, I always learn best the hard way. No, with grace and ease. Now we're doing it with grace and ease. Thank you. Miigwech, you beautiful beings. I'll give you a flash of this, and hopefully that made sense. I feel a little, I had to call in that extra support for myself because I didn't want to come out here and go boo the whole time. So, yeah. So Miigwech. Miigwech, beautiful, beautiful beings. Have a wonderful, blessed day. Biggest heart hugs. Peace. Right. Show you these. Okay. Things falling down. Okay. So here we go. We had in the east. Okay, stealthy. See how we fooled ourselves to believe that we're something that we're not. How we fooled ourselves that we are not worth being to take the time to nurture ourselves, right? So we need to respect ourselves. Take care of ourselves first. Put on your oxygen mask first. With grace and ease, our self-expressions. It takes a while to find out who we are. Remember that ugly duckling? But grows into that beautiful swan. The swan is also a great protector of its sacred space, right? It'll gracefully bite your ass if you get too close to its territory. And that is the truth of it, right? So what is the truth in how we're feeling about ourselves? And have our lessons come in. Be opening to that grace. Mother Earth, we're all on this same planet, and we all need to protect it, right? The truth is protection. Tap into the truth of who you are. We are all on this earth, right? We will all return to the earth, and our spirits will all return to spirit. And up in the north, the expansion of the stories you're telling yourself helping you to expand, or are they keeping you within, right? Do you see how that struggle is helping you to expand those wings so you could soar? Allow that. Allow that transformation. Remember, it's not happening to you, it's happening through you. And that's the law. We all need to go. Like the butterfly has to let go of its caterpillar body to be transformed into that butterfly. So we must allow it. This is a natural part of life cycles, life and death, right? As we breathe, we experience a mini life and death, every breath, right? As we breathe out, there's a little death. And as we breathe in, a little life, right? That's the laws. It will continue on and on and on. On and on and on. Infinitely. That's the truth. And then our evolving selves, right, is learning how to take care of ourselves, that nurturing and loving ourselves, because when we're giving to ourselves and not expecting it from the outside, we're not getting, what's that called? Sorry, I'm a little shaky now. What's that word? Okay, it's escaping me. So embrace that unknown of who you are. Oh, it is like resentful. That's the word, right? Because if we're not taking care of ourselves, we're so easy to get resentful of others, right? Look at all I'm giving to you. I'm giving nothing's coming back to me, and then we don't see who is giving to us. So look that right in the face, right? Look that right in the face and see, and be grateful for what you do have. Okay, be grateful for who you are. Embrace it unknown. Take a look at that shadow side. What is it that you're hiding in your shadow? Interesting. Think about that today. Have a wonderful, wonderful, beautiful day. And biggest heart hugs ever. Oh, you beautiful beings. Thank you for being you and shining your light through in everything you do. Because this world so needs you. Miigwech.